The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion. Monday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. One away, and off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First play's a run with Nwangu. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. Open man downfield is Davis. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run now for Nwangu. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They fall off the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the middle, Nwangu. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
1800.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Slot man moves right. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He's got room at the 30. Still going. Touchdown, Jets. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. the line. This Philly offense set to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
In motion right is Austin. Here's Hill again on second down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Gain on the play brings up third and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They set up the screen to Hill. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to the Wangu. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 30, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to 48.
Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mustang 19.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Let's go now. 19, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Second down and inches. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career, and he parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. He's going to try and do this himself. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here we go. Strike. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll try and throw for it here. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Come on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and long. He'll let it fly for Austin. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And now here is another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communication.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's Hill again on second down.
And he's got some space here. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 37-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the counter, it's Hill.
Operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, Hill. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Back to throw here. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They try the left side with Hill. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he stopped immediately there. They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. They'll go with the keeper. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed with CD. They've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
60 average, 60 average.
They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Trevor's going on between his ears right now. It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think it might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 44-yard line.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Second and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And it's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great.
This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there.